there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step to your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here and for joining me for this weekly. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back. And for my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. It means the world to me. If you would like a personal reading with me, all that information is in the description box below, or you can hop on over to capellawellness.com and check out my service suite there. I would like to announce that I am offering a special love reading for the month of February only, since I don't normally do love readings. I thought February is the month of love. I do a love reading, but do it a little bit different. If you're interested in that, please check out the description box below. There is a direct link to book that reading, or if you go to my website, capellawellness.com, you'll find it in the service suite underneath personalized readings. All right. I wish all of you a beautiful, wonderful, enlightening, empowering week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope everything is going well for you. I send you many blessings and much, much love for this week and the weekend ahead. All right. So, Scorpio, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on, and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about, so that you can align yourself and attract the miracles and blessings God has waiting for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you to navigate the energies surrounding you at this time. And you'll get your wellness tip with that too, with affirmations and crystals and things. And then we will see what's going on with your love situation. All right. Okay. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance, what overall theme do we have for Scorpio for this week, please, and thank you. Also, Scorpio, please check your moon and rising sign so you get more of a bigger picture as to what is surrounding you at this time, okay? Let's see what your overall theme is for this week. That wants to not go back in. Reparenting yourself. Okay, Scorpio. It looks like almost everything your parents taught you is going to be reprogrammed, changed, okay? There is your higher self starting to reparent your 3D self, okay? So, yeah, this is like pretty much really, I'm seeing inner child healing with this because, you know, see there's a childhood version of you, then there's an older version of you. It could even be, you know, maybe you might look a lot like your mom. I don't know where I got that from, but that's what they were telling me. Maybe somebody here looks a lot like their mom. But yeah, this is time for you to start looking into what it is that your parents taught you and whether you actually really connect with that or not. Okay. I know for me, based on my experience, you know, growing up, there were things that I would question, right? There were things that just, I felt so out of place when I was growing up. You have no idea. I always felt like the odd person out. I thought differently. I felt differently. And as I got older, when I was going through my spiritual awakening, I was kind of doing this. I was starting to kind of nurture myself, but differently than what I was before. And I'm not saying that, you know, my parents were horrible or anything. I had a very, very nurturing mother, but, you know, it was just different because the way that I saw nurturing was, it's different than kind of what I do now, if that makes any sense. So, I had to start really looking at life differently and saying, you know what, you know, my parents did the best that they could But now that I see things, not only did I start reparenting myself, but I was also doing things differently with my own son. Okay. Where some of that programming that was instilled in me, I deprogrammed and I started to install a different operating system, so to speak. And even, at the beginning stages with parenting my own child, I started to look at it differently and say, oh, okay, well, I see this way now, and I'm going to kind of parent my child differently. And my mom does sometimes get on me for that. But my son and I talk about it, and he's like, you know what, Mom, I like to feel more independent, and this is working for me, because we talk about a lot of things, and I want to make sure that he's not confused and he feels comfortable, but he understands, certain things as to what I'm trying to teach and stuff like that. But it's a very different way compared to what the other mothers in my family have taught their kids. So for some of you, you probably do have children. And it's not for all of you. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, but be honest with yourselves, right? I say that all the time. It's about your spiritual growth and your well-being. Evolution of the soul. Anyway, so for those of you who may have children or a child, maybe you're starting to think of things differently too, based on, society, what you're seeing, and what your heart's really telling you to do. This is also talking about releasing the past, all right? What happened to you as a child, what they taught you. Maybe some of you might have a little bit of anger, resentment, or bitterness because of what you saw in your relationships. If you had both parents around, maybe how one parent treated the other or something like that. Maybe it could be part of an ancestral pattern thing that you ended up finding yourself in the same types of unhealthy relationships. I don't know, because some of you may have very well have experienced unhealthy marriages, okay? Or let's say if one parent abandoned the other, let's say you grew up with a single mom or a single dad, and you kind of saw what happened as a child with that type of marriage or connection, and it really affected your view on marriage or relationships in general. Okay, take it how it resonates. But if you are getting caught up in that, Scorpio, this is for you to understand that, again, your parents did the best that they could, and it could very well be ancestral pattern related, like 10 of Pentacles energy, 6 of Cups, even inner child stuff, childhood trauma that you may have experienced. I'm hearing some of you may very well need to forgive your past, forgive your parents, even for some of you, and learn from it. Okay? Learn from it, especially if there was a parent who wasn't there, or a parent who mistreated the other one, and you may still have that lingering within you where there's like a little bit of anger, resentment there. I kind of feel it for somebody here. But Spirit is really calling for you to just let that go. All right. When we really want true, authentic, divine relationships, we can't have that sitting in our heart space. Whatever it is in your past that happened to you as a child, we have to release that. And we have to reconcile with the past, and we have to move forward. Because I say often, forgiveness is the gateway to having it all, to being completely healed and feeling at peace. We want to be at peace with ourselves. We don't want any unpleasant feelings. We don't want to keep going back to that and getting all frustrated. It stunts our growth. It prevents us from attracting the very high vibrational things that we really, really desire. Again, it's about the law of attraction. Whatever you're vibrating at is what you're going to attract. So, whatever happened in your past, especially with childhood, it's time to let that go, so you can receive and give more unconditional love in the now. Okay, being the present moment. All those disappointments, Scorpio, let's let it go. I know I've been through that, and it wasn't like, I was that disappointed, but I mean, we don't have perfect lives, right? We don't, but it's because we're here to learn and grow. If we're not challenged, there's no growth there. That helps us to be prepared for what we're fully destined for. And, you know, getting all upset and disappointed about what happened, it's not going to help you. You have to move forward from that, right? You have to let that unconditional love in, because those blocks in your heart space are going to continue to block you from what is meant for you. I mean, and we're talking about amazing blessings and miracles here, because that's our birthright. Those types of things are our birthright. But we have to be in alignment with that. And that includes us releasing, you know, those past hurts, especially from childhood here. And when we keep that in our heart space, it blocks us from becoming the people that we're supposed to be. It blocks us from really fully realizing our true potential here. And then we start to repeat unhealthy relationships. It's exactly what happened to me. If you really do the analysis, Scorpio, start analyzing all the family members and the relationships that they have had or have right now. You're going to see a pattern. And then you're going to start realizing, oh my gosh, like I've been in the same thing too. It's the same thing that happened to me until I was chosen to be the golden link to put a kibosh to it and start a completely different generation. It's kind of like my son has already seen a lot, and my son's already telling me, well, I need to make sure that my future wife and I, like, we have like the same core values, and we have the same types of dreams and aspirations, and you know what is really important to us. And he even talked about if you know they have to be in alignment, whether they both want kids. I mean, my son is phenomenal. And, you know, I've been teaching him about compromise, even here, understanding that, you know, I said, Julian, I am not your maid. You know, we're here as a team. You know, I'm the only parent here, so I need you to step it up, that type of thing. And he's starting to better understand that. And I'm teaching him, you know, where you got to compromise with others, and there has to be equal give and take, and there has to be a balance and the respect, right? Not assuming certain roles, because I will admit that when he was much smaller, he already had stereotypes with what a female could and couldn't do and what a male could and couldn't do, and it was like, whoa, 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 where is this coming from, right? So but then that was kind of already stemming from some other ancestral pattern programming, right? So understand that we can't change the past, right? It's there to help us to grow and to learn from it. And from when I did that, it really helped me to stand in my true power and to start, you know, believing in my true abilities, knowing that I could have a life completely different than what my other family members did, especially with regards to relationships. And this is relationships of all forms too. It's not just romantic, right? It's not just your viewpoint on marriage or things like that. If you have a particular view about romantic relationships and marriages and stuff like that, okay? So just know that if we stay stuck in the past, we're going to miss out on our future. Because the future is not in the past, right? And we have to learn how to be in the present moment and say, you know what? It is what it is. I got to reconcile with my past, Six of Cups energy, and just move on. Just move on. Okay? And there's a lot of little things that we saw during our childhood that really shaped us and formed us. But it doesn't mean that it dictates our future. Our past does not dictate our future. We can change things. We have the power to change our perspective about life, about relationships. We have the power to change how we interact with our kids. If you have kids, how we interact with people, how we view ourselves, right? We have the power to change the way we want to live. Like, we are the magician. We create our own reality. So start tapping more into your inner child and kind of start to nurture it, and take better care of it. Do things that you loved as a child. Like, remember the good things about your past, not just the negative things, okay? And start loving that child part of yourself. Maybe you came from divorced parents and you might feel guilty for causing that. That happens quite a bit. The child ends up thinking that it was their fault. If that's still lingering with you, Scorpio, if this is resonating with you, this part, it wasn't your fault. It really wasn't. So maybe for some of you, that is what you need to get out of your mindset, okay? And when we have those hurts from the past here, it blocks our heart chakra, and we have a harder time with opening ourselves fully to unconditional love and receiving it, giving and receiving it, okay? The bottom of the deck is spiritual maturity. It's so funny, Scorpio, because you guys tend to get a lot of these spiritual cards no matter what deck I choose. And that's okay. All right? It's okay. This is just part of you guys. You know, it's a big part for quite a few Scorpios who watch this here with regards to tapping more into your spiritual side, right? And again, spirituality means different things to everybody. No, it doesn't mean doing yoga in a half lotus position every morning or drinking a particular type of herbal tea. You know, again, people, there's stuff with spirituality too that people get hung up on, like, oh, I'm spiritual because I just wear crystals and I only drink this tea and I'm vegan and I'm this. And I'm not knocking on those who might be vegan here, okay? Or anyone who is. Obviously not. I do not judge. But you get what I'm saying, right? So, part of this reparenting yourself, healing the inner child, letting go of the past, allowing yourself to open and be open to unconditional love, giving and receiving it, it's part of your spiritual growth. That's why I talk about that at the beginning of my readings, because that's what this is. All right? I mean, look, there's these two people here all the way at the bottom of this mountain. It's kind of like going through that path, and it's a long winding path, and it's very steep, right? It could take a while to get to the pinnacle of this mountain. But when you go through that journey, even with the ups and downs, the U-turns and the hard rights and the hard lefts and whatever this is, almost kind of like a roller coaster too, because the spiritual growth journey is not a straight line. You get to the top and you become more enlightened. You start seeing things more with the third eye, like the truth, and having that openness with connecting more with the universe and not seeing things with your human eye, so to speak. Feeling that it's like the collective consciousness type of energy, okay? This is also with regards to relationships here. You working on reparenting yourself and healing your past. Excuse me. Reconciling with your past, the inner child, right? It's going to help you to have more spiritually based, more fulfilling, more mature connections, because this card's got a couple down there, right? But again, when, you know, and maybe if you're in a relationship now, this could be about you guys just talking about things and really seeing, especially if it's disharmonious, like, I'm hearing, where did we go wrong? Or why are we in the predicament that we in? Or how are we going to fix this? Or how are we going to get to that pinnacle of that mountain where we're going to be enlightened? For those of you who are already in relationships, both of you are going to have to release the past, because that could be what's keeping you at the bottom of the mountain. Maybe you're thinking you want to make progress. You want to be free at the top, and it's like king of the mountain type of energy, success, victory, right? But you guys are at the bottom, and it's like, well, how are we going to get up there? But part of it has to do with this here, the conditioning that happened as a child, and letting that go and talking to each other to help with healing your own connection. And for others of you who you know where it's disharmonious, you know that you guys aren't the same page anymore. I'm seeing 2 cups in the reverse, 10 of cups in the reverse, lovers in the reverse. There might be trust issues here. I don't know where that came from, but know that with these inauthentic relationships, or these things that these relationships that you keep finding yourself in, that were very reflective of the ones that you saw with your own parents, or one parent, depending how what your story is. When you come to terms with that and you start realizing you got to break that pattern, you're really going to start embarking on that journey of spiritual growth with regards to who you attract as your partner. Okay, it's like changing the narrative. It's like changing the game in a sense. And you're going to go on this journey seeing, oh, you know what? It's a long journey, but let me see what I can actually understand from this. What can I learn from my past? What is it that I need to change about myself? How is it that I'm going to see things differently? It's kind of like the Hangman card here, right? And understanding that, everyone comes from different walks of life. Everybody has different journeys, different childhoods, different religions, different cultures, all very different. But God is really wanting us to see that within the other. But then we have to see that within ourselves, and not only come to terms with that, but let go of any past hurts and disappointments with those aspects of our upbringing. Okay. This is also about understanding that religion doesn't necessarily make you compatible. And I know that might sound crazy to some. I really do think it's more of the spiritual nature of each of you that makes it more spiritually compatible, more harmonious, more divine. And when each person in the relationships better understands that about themselves, they're able to come together more in harmony and in peace. They're more in alignment with their higher selves. And that way, they're able to have a more spiritually based connection. It's not just based on sex. It's not just based on religion. There's a lot of things that encompass this. But from my experience, spirituality is a big thing here. Right? Believing in the same things, the core values, like my son was talking about. He was trying to see the compatibility, but from different aspects here. And it's funny because he's starting to see, understand more about spirituality. And sometimes he has a complex with that, but it's like that's your 3D self trying to keep you from really looking within yourself to better understand what's starting to surface. So this is going to be probably something very different for you, Scorpio, because maybe you never looked at relationships that way. And again, it's not just romantic relationships and partnerships here. It could be business partnerships, but this is relationships of all kinds, right? It's the same thing with my friendships, where where I started heading towards, other people were like not in alignment with that. They didn't believe what I believed, and God was like, well, these people gotta go. All right. Spiritual maturity and compatibility can also be involved with friendships and things. So when you're spiritually mature, it means that you're accepting each other's core values, your personal views on things. Not pointing fingers at the other saying, oh, you're right or wrong, or no, it should be this way or the highway, or no, this is what this religion says, or this is what I was taught. No. You have to be open and to receptive to what the person is believing. And if you are in alignment with that, then you are more compatible than you are if you weren't. I gotta sneeze again. Phew. I don't know what's going on here, Scorpio. Maybe somebody's got a cold over there. If that's you, that may be why you're sneezing, or maybe you're sneezing right now. If you're sneezing right now, Scorpio, that means you need to be paying more attention to this message, or this is a big message for you, okay? So it's really time to start looking into this, Scorpio, because when you have this type of maturity, watch, your relationships are going to be very, very different. Very different. This is going to allow you to actually call in your divine counterpart, your soulmate, okay? And don't be afraid to explore more about spirituality, about belief systems. It's your belief system here, Scorpio, not anybody else's. And when you are firm in that and you trust in that, you start attracting people who kind of see it around the same as you do. They may have a little bit of a difference with how you view things, but as long as they're not judgmental towards that, then you've hit the jackpot in a sense, because when we are not accusing one another of our beliefs and stuff like that, it's really something that can be very hard to find, because we still live in a society where we're saying this and that is wrong, or your belief systems is wrong, or that religion is wrong, or whatever this, you get what I'm saying. And when I talked about spirituality, right, doing yoga and drinking herbal tea, oh, I'm spiritual, that might be that for that person, but there's a lot more to that, right? And even for me, when I've learned a lot about spirituality, but I still incorporate more of God into it, because others will talk about, the divine, the creator, and that's fine too, because again, it's about respecting how people view things. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's just is, but it's a matter of what it is that you really believe in your heart to know what's true for you, and what God tells you. That's really the bottom line here. What God tells you is true for you, okay? All right. Let's go check on what you need to focus on. What does Scorpio need to focus on at this time? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. The Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. The Eight of Chalices, more water. This is the Eight of Cups. The Magician. Did I say the Magician? Maybe. And Temperance. Sagittarius energy, and the Magician is Gemini energy. We have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Focusing on your happiness, your dreams, Scorpio. What it is that you want to manifest. What is it that you desire the most? Okay. This Nine of Cups here is about wish fulfillment. I'm lighting my incense because I forgot to light it. So, what is it that you're dreaming of, Scorpio? And I believe this is coming up in your readings often, right? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? That's why I was talking about people who were kind of like having the same dreams and goals. And I was talking about how my son was already thinking about this. Because I'm kind of teaching him. Because honestly, guys, for me in my previous marriage, when I really look back on it, my ex-husband and I, we didn't really like a lot of the same things. We had a few things, but even our taste in music was a bit different. I'm a huge classical music lover, and my husband used to kind of make fun of me for it, I'll be honest. Again, this is not a knock on my ex-husband, because I still love him. We co-parent and stuff, but, he did do that. And it was like, okay. And then all these other things, we just didn't like a lot of the same things. I had certain dreams. He had completely different ones. And nobody really talks about that in relationships, right? We all get caught up in the romance and being with somebody and the excitement of it all, and even just marriage. Oh, I'm getting married and all this fun stuff, and we have family. But then I started to realize I'm not compatible with this person because we have rarely anything in common. And I wasn't even spiritual then. It ended up being where even we were both Catholic, but we both didn't see Catholicism in the same way. So I saw the red flag to that, and I didn't heed the red flag, but that's another story for another day. So really, Scorpio, what is it that you're dreaming about? What is it you want to achieve? This is about making your dreams come true. And when you get to the 9, when you find your holy grail and you get to the 9 of cups, finding the ultimate fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment within yourself first, you attract the 10 of cups, which is the beautiful, harmonious, blissful relationship family. Okay. Loving, unconditionally loving relationships in all forms. But you got to get to the 9 first. And if you see all these people at this table, right, they look very disappointed. One person has the cup in their hands, the other people don't. You may be surrounding yourself with people who haven't found their holy grail, who are disappointed with life. This could be even all of your other past relationships. Take it how it resonates. Where you may have been attracting people who are just like not fulfilled because they're not drinking from that Ace of Cups there. And you're like, I need something more fulfilling. And there's only one person who actually has the cup. But everybody else seems disappointed. It's kind of like they're waiting. They're waiting for somebody to fill their cups when they could have filled it themselves. Apparently, this person found a way to fill more wine or put whatever else was in there because he's about to drink from it, supposedly. That's what I'm getting with the interpretation of the imagery here. All right. So, I just realized there's one on the ground. Okay. Some of you may very well have been picking these cups that you thought were going to bring you emotional fulfillment, happiness, joy, a good life, living the good life, but it didn't bring you that. And for some of you, this has to do with relationships, romantic ones. But it's a matter of you finding that joy within yourself and vibrating at that highest frequency of the violet flame first. And finding happiness within you. Doing what you love, what you've been dreaming about. And then you start to attract somebody who's kind of like, oh, well, look at Scorpio. They're vibrating high. So am I. I'm going to be led to them. It's kind of like magnets, right? You attract that person at that same frequency because you're vibrating at the 9 of Cups energy. You start to attract more harmonious, authentic relationships, more blissful ones. We have the Knight of Cups here. This is about going on the quest for the Holy Grail. When I said you find your Holy Grail, you find that, you get to the 9, and then you attract the 10. Following your heart, Scorpio. Following your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. There's a lot of water energy here. It's all about trusting and following your intuition. What is it that Scorpio wants to do? You can't go wrong with that, Scorpio. This tends to come up in your reading a lot. And I get it. It's hard because I know for me, it took me a while to really trust and listen to my intuition. I still sometimes get hung up on that. It happened to me just yesterday because I'm like, am I really supposed to be on this path? But then again, if it's really what our heart is calling us to do, we have to trust in that. All right. Some of you, there's something artistic in nature. I keep getting it for you guys. You're very good with the arts, whether it's music, creative writing, something with drawing or painting, digital art, digital something, creativity here. You guys are very creative. And some of you are very intuitive and very empathic. Could very well be psychic too. All right. And apparently with this really high, what are they trying to tell me? You guys, I keep telling you guys that you are exceptionally gifted. You're very talented individuals with regards to the arts. Some, not all. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, okay? Some of you are very gifted with the arts here. Some sort of art that you do. Again, whether it's music or drawing or painting, graphic design, I don't know. Something that you're very, very, very creative with. And you know that you're pretty good at it, Scorpio, so it's time for you to follow that. That's your holy grail. Start working towards that. Don't listen to what anybody else says. These people might be looking at you like, wait, what? Scorpio, you're drinking from that cup? Are you serious? Look at everybody else's face. There's only one person who has a slight smile on their face, and it's the guy with the cup in his hand. That's you, Scorpio. That should be you, the one with the cup in his hand, not everybody else who looks all miserable and poopy-faced. That's not you, Scorpio. That is definitely not you. You may feel like that. You may have been like that. That's definitely not you. You got to be Nine of Cups. Start taking action and heading towards what it is that's going to emotionally fulfill you. You know what that is. You have to trust your instincts on this. More water energy. 8 of Cups. Leave the past behind. It's what energy I was talking about, reparenting yourself. Don't blame your parents for what happened. Don't blame anybody for what happened in the past. Move forward. It's time for you to do something completely different. Again, go after your dreams. It's never too late to go after your dreams, Scorpio. You are the Knight of Cups here. That's your main focus here, and leave what doesn't serve you behind. You know what that is. There's something way better here that is more emotionally fulfilling, and that's you following your heart, doing what you want to do, following, doing something with those artistic gifts, those God-given gifts, those talents that you've been given, whatever that is, whatever creative talent you have. You got to let go and let God. You have to trust God that what it is that your heart's telling you to do is leading you in the right direction. You know there's something better here. You got to take action and go after it. Why? Because you are the magician. You already have everything that you need to fulfill this dream of yours, Scorpio. You do. We were all born with the God-given tools to create the life that we want to live. The day that we came into this earth, God gave us the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. To utilize to our advantage, those are our God-given gifts, and to work with all of them in tandem to create that dream life that we want. Watch your thoughts, because your thoughts create your reality. What you are dreaming up is going to manifest, but what you are thinking negatively, or you're self-doubting, or you're self-sabotaging, or you're second-guessing, that's going to manifest too. If you're thinking that there's no way this is going to become to anything, how am I supposed to be Nine of Cups? We're emotionally fulfilled. I'm living the good life by following my dreams. Why don't you think other people aren't really living that good life? Why? Because they didn't follow their heart. Plain and simple. They gave in to fear. They doubted themselves. They listened to everybody else who was looking at them like they were crazy at this table. You're going to do what, Scorpio? No. I got into this too. People were looking at me funny at that table. I'm like, nope, you know what? I'm taking that cup. I'm finding my own happiness. And let me tell you, I did not expect to be living the life that I'm living now. And yeah, sometimes I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it gets challenging because I'm like, I start second guessing. I'm like, well, I don't know. Am I doing this right? Because you know what I was doing, Scorpio? I started to compare myself again to other people who are doing something similar. And my guides had already told me, Jess, you got to stop doing that. Stay in your lane. I had to keep doing this, following my heart and following, trusting, honoring my uniqueness and doing what, fulfilling the purpose that God gave me with the God-given talents and gifts that I was given, okay? So yeah, the magician energy here. This is you. You have all of these ideas, Scorpio. They're inspiring you. Take that and create something from it. You are the alchemist. Okay? You may be being given these amazing ideas and insights from God, and you come up with all this stuff, and God wants you to take inspired action to make those a reality. You have what it takes, Scorpio. You always had what you needed to live the life that you want, to fulfill your dreams, to follow them. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, the adventure of the journey, heading towards your Nine of Cups, searching for the Holy Grail. It's an exciting journey. It's an exciting adventure. Again, I talked about with that spiritual maturity card here. It looks kind of crazy, but I'm sure it's an adventurous trail to trek on. You really got to balance your masculine and feminine energies. And for some of you, this is really tapping in more into your feminine side here with creativity and utilizing those talents that you have. And then with the masculine energy, taking action towards them, believing in yourself. Not self-sabotaging, okay? Don't let whatever you were told as a child hinder your progress or keep you from fulfilling the life that you want to live. Because whatever it is that your gut is telling you should be doing, Scorpio, you will be successful at it. You just got to have the willpower to do it, to take action. And just go with the flow. Let nature take its course. See where the wind takes you. You know, follow your heart. But as you're winding up that road up to the top of the mountain there, whatever comes your way, you're going to be able to handle. Just go with the ebb and flow of life. All of nature does it. You see them fretting about anything. And yes, people can say, well, Jess, they're animals and they're trees and they're not humans. I get it. But that's their purpose, and God provides for them. You know, we've been in this deep freeze lately, and the animals are still provided for. You don't see them stressing out. You don't see them trying to go on another path, trying to jump off the cliff. That's not happening. Okay? It's time for you to go with the flow. Be at peace with yourself. And I talked about reconciling your past and forgiving your parents and stuff, right? It's going to bring you a lot more peace. You let go of that past here. You will feel way more at peace, and that frees up the floodgates to open up and have all of these amazing things come into your life, Scorpio. There are two alchemists here. The Magician and the Temperance card. See, this is the they're both masculine energy, but then I'm looking, there's a male and a female here where I was saying balance the masculine and feminine energies. But also have patience. That everything happens in divine timing. It's going to take some patience to get to that top of the mountain. This is where your success lies. But you're going to continue to journey through that. And as you're going through that journey, you're going to grow spiritually. You learn from the past, you grow more, you encounter these challenges, you grow even more, right? So that you can realize your full potential. And as you are traversing up this mountain to get to the pinnacle, just know that you still have to maintain your patience and again go with the ebb and flow of life. Continue to balance your masculine and feminine energies here. All right. Go with the flow. Everything happens in divine timing, but you keep following your heart. It's the same thing with me, guys. Same thing with me. That's why I kind of started like, am I really still on this? Am I doing this right? Right? Is this what I should be doing still? And my angels are like, oh my God, Jess, yes. Stop asking. They're telling me it again now. It's so funny. What is it that Scorpio needs to avoid for this week? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Look who shows up. It's the Hangman. This is Pisces energy, spirituality, right? Some of you are still resisting. Some of you are afraid. You're having a hard time letting go of the past, and I think I said that. You're resisting surrendering to God. Just trusting in God that everything will be okay. It's kind of like, again, with this waiting, this patience, divine timing stuff. Some of you kind of want things to move more quickly, especially knowing that with this spirituality thing, this journey here, that it's a long journey. And when you are building something for yourself and you're following your dreams, it takes some time. It's not an easy journey, but I'm telling you, you will get to the mountain here, Scorpio. You will get there. You have to have patience. Patience ends up being incredibly rewarding in the end. It's a long trek up that mountain, but you will get there. Some of you are just waiting around for the right moment, or maybe waiting for the finances to come in. Or, you know what, well, I'll do this when I'm that. I will do that when I have more money. I will do that when I'm in a different house. I will do that when I am in a different city. I will do that when I'm healthier, when I'm less, when I'm thinner. I just heard thinner. There's something with a weight thing. I will do that when, you guys know what I'm talking about. And you're just waiting. I'll just wait for the right moment. There is no right moment. Scorpio, there isn't. Just like with what I'm doing now, I thought I would say, okay, you know what, Spirit? I'm going to do this when I have even more money in my savings account. Or I'm going to do this at the end of this month, or when whatever. And God said, no, you do it now. I said, what? I'm not ready yet. But then what I wasn't remembering was that I had these energies, the alchemists, and that I can create the life that I want. I just got to go with the flow. That following my heart was going to be the most important thing. And it's funny because this is kind of another message for me. It's a reminder for me now. Okay. You're putting things on hold. You're holding yourself back. You're stalling. They're delay tactics. You're putting it off because of the uncertainties. You're putting it off because the fear of the unknown. For some and others of you, yeah, you got to let go of the past. You can't hold on to the past anymore. Again, the future is not where your past is. So you got to let go. You got to let go. You got to get out of that tree. No more waiting around. No more waiting around. All right? Your quest for the Holy Grail begins today. It's also your quest not only to find what ultimately fulfills you, but also about emotional healing. All right? And we have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Healing. There's stagnation here. There's like lack of focus. It's like you're holding back. Stagnancy. We got to get out of the stuck energy. All right? Because Spirit is really wanting for you to get going on this, because there's so many wonderful things that are just waiting for Scorpio. Okay? You have to trust in that. You have to let go and let God and just surrender, you know, your fears, your concerns, your uncertainties. Give it to God, give it to the universe, whatever this is, and be like, you know what? I leave everything in your hands, God. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to get out of this tree. I'm finally going to get out of this tree. No more stalling, no more delay tactics. I'm going to finally do what my heart wants, because I'm not going to give in to fear anymore. You guys, there's no such thing as fear for you, for no one. All right? You guys are Scorpio. You are ruled by Pluto. That is the death card. Face your fears and get on with it. All right? You're lying dormant. It's like, let me just wait. Let me just wait. I'm not sure if I'm ready to let go of the past. I'm not sure if I'm ready to let go of what, you know, was holding me back. But you got to let it go. You got to let it go. It's not taking any action towards your dreams. Okay? You got to start taking action towards them. You can hope, wish, and dream all you want, Scorpio, but if you don't take action there towards your dreams, like I said, the Knight of Cups, then the dreams are going to stay in the dream state. They won't become a reality. You have to do something, and just manifesting it isn't going to fully work, like with the Magician card. You have to believe in what you want to manifest. You need to believe that you have what it takes to make your dreams a reality. You have to become it. You have to walk it. You have to talk it. You have to think it. Watch how that shifts. And you have to start already moving towards that. Instead of just, oh, I'm just going to manifest it. But if you do nothing to get there, it's going to stay out in the ethers. Let's see why the Knight of Chalices, the Magician, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Cups are here. Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay, stop with the self-sabotaging. All right, you could even be dealing with people who are trying to tell you, Scorpio, what are you doing? Arguing, fighting, I don't know. There could be chaos surrounding you, negative energy surrounding you. You gotta get away from this. Or you keep battling yourself. Some of you are conflicted because of the money here. You're worried if this is going to bring you financial stability. You got to get away from the lack mentality. There are 2 5s here. All right? Change is needed. Change is inevitable. It's necessary for us to grow and to evolve and to expand. If we don't change, we won't be able to realize our full potential and live our true destiny. Oh my gosh, guys. We have almost all the 5 cards here. Look, it's at the bottom of the deck. It's the 5 of Swords. 5, 5, 5. major drastic changes are going to be happening, Scorpio. If you stay stagnant, if you stay waiting for the right moment, it's like spirit, God is going to come in and intervene with a Tower card, is what I'm being told. It's like some people are, there's like these hostile energies toward you. You're dealing with a lot of challenges. Whoever is belittling you, berating you, like stripping you of your power and your integrity, telling you that you can't do this, no. You got to cut those people out. If that's resonating with you, okay? That's for some people, not for all. You could very well be doing some self-sabotaging here, like serious self-sabotage. I'm not good enough for this. I'm not the right weight for this. I don't look a certain way. I don't have enough money. I'm not confident in my abilities. Some of you are focusing on the competition. That's probably why I was talking about my story. You feel like, some of you feel like you're going to feel defeated. Like there's too much competition and you're not going to win. That you're already thinking it's a loss because there's too much competition, especially with the finances, that everybody's doing whatever it is that you're doing and you're doubting yourself. It's like, well, those people are making money. Those people are making money. I can't do what they do, or I don't have a certification, or I don't have this. I haven't been doing that for that many years. What did I say, Scorpio? You guys are more gifted than those other people, and you guys are probably not going to believe me still. I could say it till I'm blue in the face, but I know what I know, and I'm channeling this because this is what the truth is coming from God, okay? And deep down inside, Scorpio, you know this. You are doubting. There's a lot of doubt and a lot of self-sabotaging here because there's something with regards to, for some of you, the competition with what it is that you are gifted at. But whoever I am channeling this for, this collective, you guys are exceptionally gifted with whatever talents God gave you, okay? Do not doubt yourself. Do not worry about the money, because lack attracts lack. If you're focusing on scarcity mindset, you're focusing on not having enough. Is this going to be prosperous? Is this going to be successful? I don't think it is. I don't think this is going to make me money, or I have to be in this for forever and a day for it to make me money. Don't think that, because you are going to manifest it. That's why I said watch your thoughts. Don't doubt yourself, Scorpio. You have what it takes to do this. You do. Those who follow their heart get like the greatest rewards. That's part of taking the risks. And if people are coming at you saying, oh, you can't do that, Scorpio, or like, no, you shouldn't be doing this, do not listen to those people. Don't. They don't know what's best for you. God knows what's best for you. And God is telling you this through your heart space to do this because He knows what the end result is if you just continue to trust your intuition and follow your heart. Hangman. Wow, that was fast. Oh, I could have. 7 of Cups, guys. Procrastination. We can't delay this anymore. You want your dreams to come true, you're going to have to get out of the tree and take action on this. This can't wait any longer. You already know, Scorpio. You already know. It's time for you to get going. Don't miss the boat. Because that window of opportunity is open and Spirit really wants you to walk right through it. You're distracting yourselves with things that you think are going to be the Holy Grail, and you know they're not. You keep picking the wrong cup. You keep, okay, let's not say wrong. You're picking the cup that is not for your highest good. Let's put it that way. You're continuing to choose the option, the whatever this is, that is not your Ace of Cups. That is not your Holy Grail. And you know it. Because everything you've been trying hasn't been working out. Everything you've been choosing has not been ultimately fulfilling, has it? You have not felt satisfied, period. So if you have in Scorpio, then that should tell you whatever you continue to choose that's continuing to not satisfy you is not for your highest good. That is not the Holy Grail. It's not your Holy Grail. Stop distracting yourselves. Stop looking outside of yourselves for the answer. Your heart already knows the answer. You guys are very intuitive. Guys, this whole side here is all about stagnation and delay tactics. All of it. I said God wants you to close this out. He wants you to stop with the stagnation, the lack of action, the dormancy, if that even is a word, the procrastination, whatever I just said. I'm repeating myself. It's time to close this chapter out, Scorpio, because you know it's not serving you. There is something way, way better for you here, and you know it. You're doubting that this will be a success. It's going to be a success. But you got to walk away from what doesn't serve you to include what happened in the past. All right. Yep, I'm not no BS reader, whoever just said that. I don't mess around. I don't. Why? Because I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very passionate about whoever watches these. I wholeheartedly want them to live a blissful life and to live their dream lives. To have that abundance. God, it's our birthright, guys. It really is. Don't listen to anybody who says it's not, because they're on their own thing. They're almost a robot. They're conforming to society. They're not following their dreams. Especially Scorpio, be careful with the people who try to argue with you or try to hold you back, all right? Saying things to you that are derogatory, telling you that it's not going to work or you're not going to be successful. Again, they're not God. They don't know what you're capable of, and you do, and God does. Do not listen to those people. Do not surround yourself with those people. That could be part of the distraction. Maybe listening to what other people are telling you. Let's see what your guidance is and your wellness tip is for the week. We have Rhodonite. Find a way to forgive. Oh, that's exactly what I was talking about. Forgiveness. Angel Aura Quartz. Lighten up. Don't be so stuck on what happened in your childhood, Scorpio. All right? It's just a learning experience. You have a tremendous amount of potential. Don't let it go to waste. Find a way to forgive. There is freedom in forgiveness. It's natural to react when others hurt or betray us, but if you can move past the first layers of blame, resentment, anger, disappointment, or frustration, you can free yourself from this negativity and toxicity. When you are able to forgive, you empower yourself rather than letting your emotions have power over you. Forgiving someone, however, doesn't mean that you condone what they have done. It simply allows you to release your ties to that experience so you can move on. At its core, all forgiveness is self-serving. Are you holding any grudges or holding on to resentment or anger towards someone in your life? What would it feel like to forgive? Your affirmation is, forgiveness starts with me. Today, choose one person, yourself or another, and start moving toward forgiveness. I just heard somebody needs to forgive a father. That's for somebody, okay? If that doesn't resonate with you, then don't focus on that so much. So, betrayal, conflict, chaos, yeah. Five of Swords we saw. Yeah, some of you feel betrayed. Let it go. Let's look at the Angel Aura Quartz here. If I could, oh, it's over here. Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up. Yes, it's okay to lighten up. Life is serious enough. A little levity always adds perspective. Make time for the things that make you smile and laugh amidst all of life's responsibilities. Give yourself permission to prioritize fun. You deserve it. Embrace the childlike curiosity and excitement that you have within you. Be silly. Tap into your carefree, lighthearted nature. You know what they say about all work and no play. Stay connected with your innate playfulness so that when it's time for work, you can show up as the best version of yourself. What does fun look like for you? What makes you smile? When was the last time you laughed so hard that you cried? Your affirmation is, I allow myself to have fun. Today, find a reason to laugh and let loose. Tell a joke, watch a funny show, or share a funny picture with a loved one. See, I was talking about inner child, right? Go back to playfulness, having fun. Be lighthearted. Don't be in a woe is me, self-pity, victim mode. Okay? Some of you may have felt like a victim. Let that go. That is totally blocking you from like the amazing stuff it is. It really is. It's what's going to bring you peace. The temperance is back there. Okay? We were meant to live in a state of peace. That's how we were humanly designed for. And when we have that, we attract all of these amazing things to come in. That's why forgiveness is the gateway to having it all. Acceptance, unconditional love. We're now going to check on what's going on in your love life. What is going on? Okay. Something fell out. They want me to take it. It's a carpet card. If you watch my live readings, actually the one from 2 weeks ago, there were a lot of carpet cards. That was pretty fun. Even in my reading for my Capella crew members that I do every day, they got a carpet card too. Anyway, they want me to take these. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. See? I talked about there's no right or wrong. It's all about following the heart, especially with regards to love here, guys. Okay? Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yeah, see, some of you, it's like, with regards to this following heart thing, whatever it is, whatever this is for you, some of you, it's like, I keep feeling I don't have enough money, I don't have enough this, I'm not this enough. 9 of Cups. The joy comes from within, okay? Even if you are in these, you're finding yourself in a hardship or something like that. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. I think I talked about that too. I even talked about looking at your the other relationships that your other family members had and stuff like that. I think I said that. I think ask yourself why you're feeling this way, or ask yourself why you can't forgive, why you're having a hard time forgiving. Bottom of the deck is only time will tell. Divine timing. You see? They want me to pull this up again. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Absolutely. Everything is a learning experience, Scorpio. Everything. Even stuff that's happened in our childhood. Okay? All right, Scorpio, if you would like a personal reading with me, check out the description box below for more information on that. I am offering a special love reading, a 15-minute, it's not long, a 15-minute special love reading for those who are interested, because, you know, I don't normally do love readings, but because it's the month of February, I decided to offer a service on my website to do specific love reading. There's a direct link to 2 different types of readings for that. There's an 18+ one, and there's a love reading that is not 18+, okay? There are direct links to in the description box below, or you can hop on over to capellawellness.com. Check out the service suite, the Capella service suite. It should be the first 2 listings there underneath the personalized readings category. Okay. All right, Scorpio, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.